Okay, welcome. Today I'm going to make a video about just a short guide on Death Knight tanking. I'm just going to try and cover relevant information. This is the build I use. Um, I'll go through it a little bit. The first 5 blade barrier, yeah, because you have to get past the first level. 2 in two-handed weapon specialization helps you with threat. 3 out of 5 in bladed armor helps you with threat, gets you to the next level. Then you want rune tap, an improved rune tap. You get 5 out of 5 dark conviction because it's going to help you with threat. And I put 1 talent here. That gets me past this next row, and also that's kind of useful. 3 out of 3 bloody strikes increases the damage of blood strike and heart strike. That's just going to help you with threat. Veteran of the Third War increases your strength and stam and expertise. All good things. Mark of Blood, it's a good cooldown to use sometimes. You get 3 out of 3 Bloody Vengeance, going to help you with your threat. 2 out of 2 Abomination's Might, that's going to help you with threat, and it's also going to give your group a buff. Improved blood presence, that's going to help you heal more while you're in frost presence, which you'll be using to tank. Bloodworms, they're awesome. They give you extra healing every now and then. It's kind of random, but still worth having. Improved death strike just helps with threat because this ability is one of the main ones you'll be using single target to help heal yourself up. Vampiric blood, just going to help you heal. Heart strike, yeah, it's better than blood strike, and it gives you threat on a second target as well, so definitely worth taking. Will of the Necropolis, this is going to keep you from dying if you take a really big hit. It's one of the main reasons why you want a Death Knight tank instead of a warrior tank, or why you would want a paladin tank instead of a warrior tank. Warrior tanks don't have anything like this. So really hard hitting bosses, warriors will get one-shotted, Death Knights and paladins will survive it. Might of Mograine, just increased threat. Blood Gorged, it's going to help you with your threat a lot. You're going to ignore 10% of your opponent's armor at all times, and you do more damage when you're at high health. Then we'll go to Frost. I've got improved Icy Touch. This is going to this is damage mitigation. It slows down the melee and ranged attack speed of whatever's hitting you by 2%. At level 80, you're going to have 3 on this at least, and then I put 2 in toughness for more armor. I usually put 2 in icy reach just as a it makes it easier on me. It's just a, you know, it makes this easier for me. Unholy, I put 5 out of 5 into anticipation for dodge chance, little mitigation. 3 out of 3 in the cooldown of death and decay. That's going to help you with your AoE tanking, like in dungeons and heroics. And then I usually put 2 into epidemic. That's also just a quality of life talent. It's going to make it to where you have 6 seconds longer before you have to reapply your Icy Touch and Plague Strike. I don't have it at level 70 because I really didn't think I needed it that much yet. Stat priority, you are going to want 540 defense rating to get defense capped at level 80. Other than that, you want as high a stam as you can get. Parry and dodge and armor are all good. It doesn't really matter which one you stack except for stam. And the reason you want to stack stam is that Your Death Strike will heal you for 5% of your maximum health for each of your diseases. That's going to be your Icy Touch and your Plague Strike. So you will heal for 10% of your health every time you Death Strike. So the higher your HP pool is, the more you're going to heal for with this. And that's basically all you need to know about that shit. Single target rotation. I came over here to Uvuros in Shadow Moon Valley because, you know, if I'm doing a boss in a dungeon right now, they don't stay alive long enough for me to demonstrate this. I'm going to go over the rotation for what you would do on a single target like a boss. You would pull with Icy Touch, Plague Strike, get both of your plagues on it, and then you're going to be using Death Strike, Rune Strike. Okay, this guy may not have been the best. Either way. And all you're doing, see my Icy Touch and my Plague Strike fell off of him. I'm spending my runic power on Rune Strike and Death Coil if Rune Strike isn't up and I'm, you know, basically at max runic power. That's pretty straightforward, right? But you're just Death Striking every chance you get and keep your dots up. That's literally all you have to do. Then your defensive cooldowns, you can put Mark of Blood on them. That's going to heal you every time the boss hits you. You're going to heal for 4% of your maximum health. Again, this is why we stack Stam. We'll pop ice. We can pop Vampiric Blood. That's going to increase the amount that we heal through spells and effects by 35%. That's also a really good cooldown. If I have a lot of runic power and I know I'm about to take a lot of damage, I'll pop Icebound Fortitude. That costs 20 runic power. So that will decrease the damage that I'm taking by 30%. Pretty straightforward. And then let me just go ahead and let him knock me down on health a good bit here. And then your big oh shit cooldown, if you think you're going to die and you need a big heal, you raise dead and use Death Pact. Now, you can't immediately do this. Well, you can immediately do this, but you have to have the runic power for it. You're going to have to plan ahead on doing this. It costs 40 runic power, so that's almost half your bar to use that. That will heal you for 40% of your maximum health. And keep in mind, all of these heals are percentage based. They're going to heal you a certain percentage of your maximum health. That's why I was saying stack Stam. You want as much of an HP pool as you can get. As far as Aoe tanking goes, it's pretty easy. The only thing you have to keep in mind is when you're AoE tanking, if you use this, what you're going to do, you're going to pull with Death and Decay, right? Then you're going to Icy Touch, Plague Strike, and Pestilence. That's going to spread your diseases to all the targets, right? The problem with that is, once you do that, all of your runes are on cooldown for a few seconds, which means you're not going to be healing yourself. You need to, like, your healer is going to have to be on the ball for when you're trying to do this, because you're not going to be able to heal yourself from this. Now, what I will say about that, though, is that if you're doing this, you throw down your Death and Decay, Icy Touch, Plague Strike, Pestilence, and you'll have enough runic power. You can pop your Icebound Fortitude. So that's about the only damage mitigation you're going to be able to get until your runes come back off of cooldown, and you can start healing yourself with Death Strike again. Let's see, what else was I going to cover? Shit, I think that might be it. Yeah, there you go. I really can't think of anything else you need to know about Death Knight tanking, really. Except I will say that most of your damage mitigation, it's not really damage mitigation, but your self-healing is very important as a Death Knight tank. A lot of dungeons, I will come out of the dungeon having done 30 to 40% of the entire healing for that dungeon I will have done on my Death Knight. So you need to Death Strike as much as possible, keep your healing going as much as possible to keep your self alive, and not that way it makes it easier on your healer. And yeah, that's all I can think of, so I'll end it here, and thank you for watching.